guys, and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. Once again, I'm Greg, and this is the starting 11 show. Brentford next, and it's a dreadful time to be an Everton fan at the moment. I think all we can do is try and get ourselves excited during the week for the weekend fixture, and forget about all the external factors that are going on around the club in terms of finances and deals and 777 and Mashiri, and just try and remember what it's like to be a football fan. Try and think only about the football and conjure some sort of optimism out of nowhere. So, putting everything else to the side, let's look at the team that might line up against Brentford. And I'll give you some team news to start. That's Harrison, fit and sharp in training according to Dyche, but not ready to start yet. It looks like he's transitioning from fitness to match fitness, that separation Dyche likes to make. You've got Calvert-Lewin and Dwight McNeil, who are both training well apparently and stepping up their return to full match fitness, both available. So the only players we have unavailable for this game are Seamus Coleman, who is on grass but not training with the group, Dele Alli, Andre Gomez and Harrison. Seems like Harrison the closest of those, followed by Dele Alli and Andre Gomez. What part those players will play in the rest of the season is anyone's to say. Last week, put a team out. It lost 1-0 against Arsenal. Obviously, defensively, not atrocious. 1 goal conceded. Arsenal have a lot of different ways of breaking down a team, and we managed to keep most of them at bay for some time. A little bit of luck here and there. But where we just looked dreadful was any time we got possession. You know, when Dyche's first game, we went toe-to-toe with this Arsenal team. It's not too different, not too dissimilar. It looks like a step in the wrong direction. Any time we got on the ball, we couldn't string 2 passes together. There was no threat of counter-attacking football. We just looked scared to play football. That being said, slightly easier opposition. I'm not, in no disrespect to Brentford, I think they're a fantastic side and they're doing fantastic things, but you know, Arsenal are in that upper echelon with City at the moment, so slightly easier team. You think that Dyche knows that we're not going to get anything or not going to get 3 points against Arsenal, but it's worth putting the team together that he will be playing going forwards to start to bring that chemistry together. He's not going to put a weak team out against Arsenal, so I don't think we're going to see that much change here. Pickford, of course, in goal. Tarkowski and Branthwaite, centre-back partnership. I think Branthwaite's doing enough to stave off Michael Keane. I think there'd be riots in the streets if Keane started against Brentford. What he did last time against Arsenal was Young out one side, Mykolenko out on the left. Mixed reviews of Mykolenko against Arsenal. I actually think it was one of his best performances defensively for us. That's weird to say as a defender, but that's where he's been struggling most, is actually being a defender. I actually thought he played okay. So I'd keep him out on the left, and then it's a question of Young or Patterson. I think Dyche prefers the fact that Young's got all the experience he does have, and he seems a little bit more reluctant to use Patterson if Young is an option. So I think that would be the back line. Midfield, Idrissa Gueye looked dreadful against Arsenal. I think he's sort of losing his legs. Shadow of who he was when we sold him. But I can't see Dyche dropping him. He just likes the security of Idrissa Gueye there. He does make a lot of interceptions. So Idrissa Gueye and Onana again. Doucouré just in front. The big narrative here is, of course, are we going to get the Beto Calvert-Lewin strike partnership? We saw rumours that he was lining that up as a potential option, but the fact that he made those substitutions in the Arsenal game and they replaced each other as opposed to moving to that maybe 4-4-2 it would have been, it makes me wonder if that is something he's considering. Had he have finished that game with both of those 2 up top, I think I'd be saying, yeah, we'll start this game with those 2 up top. But the fact that he didn't even see it as an option that late in the game, where Beto should be at full fitness and able to do 90 minutes, I think we're just going to stay with Beto up front, Danjuma on the left side, Dwight McNeil on the right side. So I don't think there's any changes here. I think we'll probably see Harrison come in when he's fit. Maybe Danjuma goes into Doucouré's role. Doucouré drops in next to Onana. I can see that working a little bit better. But I suppose Dyche has been given a bit of a let by the fact that there are players injured. There's you're looking down 2 hypothetical alleyways here. One is all the players are fit, Dyche is still underperforming with the team, he would have been sacked by now, maybe, if we had the finances. Or you're looking down a pathway where all the players are fit and we've kicked on and had a much better start to the season. But I suppose you've got that situation where you're not knowing which reality would have played out, that sort of Schrodinger's cat situation where with a full team we might be good, we might be bad, and that uncertainty might be keeping Dyche in the job. So maybe that's been giving him a let so far. But the proof will be in the pudding as they start to come back from fitness. Harrison and Coleman being the two big ones. I can't see Andre Gomes or Dele Alli making too big an impact on the team going forward. That being said, I think that's the team. Pickford, Young, Branthwaite, Tarkowski, Mikolenko, Anana, Gay, Decore, McNeil, Danjuma and Beto. No changes for me. What do you think? Should Calvert-Lewin be coming in if Beto's struggling to score? I know it's been like one Premier League game he's played. Does Harrison walk straight into this team? Would you have Patterson in? And what are your thoughts on this 4-4-2 with Beto or Calvert-Lewin? Do you think there's legs in that? Let me know all of that, and I will see you next week.